Hey everyone, this is Justin with MyManJustin's Collectible Emporium, and I'm your man for Pokemon cards, card analysis, and Pokemon investment consulting. Today we're going to get into binder number 10, part 2. We started off that one a few days ago, and then we did a little detour for the three complete Neo sets I just purchased. And first, I wanted to start this off with a nice little pro tip. This is a great way to find out cards that are really rare that you might not have heard of. And the way to do that is to purchase older pricing guides. This here is a Beckett guide from 2002. So it's pretty old, and it showcases a lot of great cards that were big in that time. And there's even Yu-Gi-Oh cards. If you're a Yu-Gi-Oh collector, you'd be interested in this as well. And as you can see here, the Pokemon hobby goes into more than just the cards. There's some great figures that are showcased in here. We have the Togepi and the Articuno. I'm actually working on picking up some items just like this. But also here, it showcases these old Koro Japanese promos. So you can see there. I actually hadn't even seen this one before this magazine, and also we have some more Koro promos. This Ponyta, as well as this Pikachu, which has this symbol of a Bulbasaur here in the corner. Something else I wasn't aware of. And here's the original. This, they made the reprint of this for XY Evolutions as a secret rare, but this is the original one that was released in Japan way before it was released in English. Also, there's this Articuno holo. So this is just a great way to find out about lesser known cards and to investigate their prices, see if they're even being sold on eBay right now, and see what the current rates are at, because the prices for this are way back in history. You're not going to get them as cheap as they were when this was released. But here's just a few more. So yeah, just a way to kind of get some ideas for you. Sometimes you can find these on eBay, just to kind of go through. It's also interesting just to kind of take a blast to the past and see the like the different ads and artwork that were used back then. Here in the back, a bunch of shiny Pokemon. Also, for current analysis, the people do sell the recent PSA membership magazines, and they've done a lot of analysis on the Wizards of the Coast era sets. So that's just something I wanted to share with you. Also, just wanted to share with you this most recent purchase I just got. It's the Rocket's Raichu, and it looks like it should have been in the Team Rocket Return set, which is kind of why I got it, because it kind of seems like it completes that set. It's actually a secret rare from EX Deoxys, but it's interesting because the EX Team Rocket Return set had a Rocket's Moltres and a Rocket's Articuno, but they didn't release, the Rocket's Suicune and the Rocket's Entei, but they didn't release the Raikou, but they did with EX Deoxys. So here it is, really cool card. It's in decent condition, maybe 6 or 7 PSA grade, but very cool card. So now let's get into binder number 10, part 2. We're gonna showcase a lot of level X cards in this one. So really nice cards. We'll get into it. Okay, so just starting on this page, I've been talking about these level X cards lately and talking about how the price isn't completely realized, but I would say that is changing really quickly, and that's a good sign. What that continues to mean is that the collectors are venturing even further out from the Wizards of the Coast to the EX, all the way to the Diamond and Pearl and Platinum era cards. This Garchomp right here, for example, I actually already sold it, and it went for $50. And this is in mint condition. I could have even probably got more, but I needed to get some return on these cards quickly rather than, I mean, I would have liked to send them all to PSA, but I just am not in the position to be able to do that. So we have a $50 card here. This Rayquaza is probably also in at least in these prices I'm going to give are for mint condition cards, and I mean true mint. This one just has a couple dots of wear, but still this is a mint condition. This again would be around a $50 card right now. And also people are getting these graded. I see the PSA 10 gradings for these. People are asking really high prices. I'm talking $500 to $600. So this Gardevoir is another $30 to $40 card. So it's just good to see these cards getting increasing in value because they are really nice cards. The artwork on them was totally new and unique up until the time there wasn't any Level X cards. They also showcased the Pokémon SP, which is a type of special Pokemon, like this one right here. The SP right here stands for Special Pokemon. The GL, in this case, this is the Special Pokemon is a GL Pokemon, which is a Gym Leader's Pokemon. And it showcases the Gym Leader on the bottom right there. Another card that is increasing in value a lot is this Gengar. Being a Gengar, it's a very popular Pokemon. A lot of people like collecting Gengar, and this card in PSA 10, I saw someone asking like $500 or $600 for it. So this is a card that I may send in because it's going to be up there. It does have that little wear on that corner now. Maybe it'll make 9, and in a 9, it's probably worth $100 to $125. So this Glaceon is definitely another nice card. This one just sold for $65, and someone has this card in PSA 10 asking $700. I think it might have even sold at that price. So those would be the more expensive ones. The rest, like the Floatzel, you know, this is a $10 card still. The Gliscor is going to be around that same price. The Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf are a little more in demand, $25 to $30 cards in mint condition. Palkia, about 18 in mint condition. Flygon, around 20, 25, 30. So, let's see the Leafeon. So the evolutions are always going to be, or usually are going to be slightly have a premium on them in relation to the other cards in the set. Here's a duplicate of the Uxie, Gallade, Porygon Z. Some of these, like the Empoleon, are a little less expensive, around that $10 range. Same with Heatran. This Blaziken, I think, has an especially nice artwork. I haven't priced this one out yet. It'll be something I'm listing today. But this is one of the things they did with the Level X cards, is they brought out that kind of 3D look. It looks like his foot is kind of kicking out of the card. Same with the Magmortar. His hand looks like it's coming out of the card to attack at you. So that was one of the themes that these were going for. Same with the Hippowdon. His whole face looks like it's coming out of the card. And these cards are high quality prints. They didn't really have issues with print lines. The cards are usually centered really nicely. So it was a good era for collecting. And you can see that they started, this was an era I would say they started to really consider the collectors as well. At this point in time, they had the collector in mind. They knew that it was still a game and people were playing the game, but there was an increased demand of people simply buying the cards because they liked the artwork and they liked to collect them and they like how they looked. So these cards, these Level X cards, I think do a good job of appeasing the collectors as well, because the artwork is high quality, the cards are high quality, they shine really well, the artwork is fairly detailed, and just a good set. I think this set will continue to increase in price as more collectors continue to branch out and venture into these kind of middle of the road sets. You know, the black and white, the platinum, diamond, pearl are just sets that are kind of in that area where they're just in the middle of the pack, so they're kind of the last to be realized, because the old school people are going back to the Wizard of the Coast and working up from there, and the newer collectors that are mostly playing are, you know, more aware of these kind of rainbow rares and stuff like that. So these are just kind of heading up the pack, but they are getting realized, and they are great cards to collect. So here also we just have some of the hyper rare, rainbow rare, whatever you want to call them, and they look nice. They're centered well. They started doing the textured hollows, of course, which I think was a good job. It makes the light refract differently when it hits the card, and it kind of gives it a whole new look that looks well, and it shines well. That is also on just the standard full arts, of course. Here's the Salamence, dragon types. Always keep an eye out for dragon types. They're usually more rare and more sought after, just because they kind of look cooler, and just a lot of people like dragon types, of course. The Garchomp and Giratina, more dragon type, mixed with the, I think Giratina is a ghost dragon type, which is pretty unique. More popular Pokemon: Lucario, Scizor, Blaziken, Alolan Ninetales, Sylveon, Lugia. This card right here would probably be around $25 or $30 in the hyper rare variation. And it's a good Lugia artwork too. Showcases the whole body. He's in a aggressive attack stance. I have some more of the hyper rare, secret rare, rainbow rare. Here's the Suicune. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. And some more evolutions. We have Espeon, Glaceon, Umbreon, and Espeon in rainbow rare, which is cool. And some of the Hidden Fates shinies, which of course are in high production. There's a lot of these out there, which means that the value per card is decreased. I've heard rumors of them re-releasing Hidden Fates back into stores. I hope they don't do it, because these cards were already printed so widely that the price has diminished enough. As far as some kind of investment into these, I think the only way to go would be to try to get PSA 10 variations of them. If you really wanted to do some investment in Hidden Fates shinies, I think a complete PSA 10 collection would be cool, but like I said, there's so many of them. Even a PSA 10 collection of these wouldn't technically be that rare. I mean, there's just so many of them, it really wouldn't be that hard to do. There's so many sealed packs still out there, and they're not even that rare, because they're just in the spot of the reverse holo. So there's just so many of these. They weren't even released as holo rares. They're just in the reverse holo spot. But here we just have a couple of the non-full art EX cards. And this was a interesting set. The kind of theme in this set was the Japanese characters below the Pokemon, and with the Japanese versions, those words were in English. Gario Tensei, whatever that means. If anyone speaks Japanese, feel free to comment it in the description to let us know what that means in English. But the Primal Kyogre and Groudon. This is an example of cards that I would sell together. I think this would be a good idea to sell together because they go with each other really nicely, and it reduces your shipping costs because instead of shipping in 2 bubble mailers, you can get them in 1. You reduce your listing costs. So that's something to think about when you're considering how to list, is cards that do kind of pair up, or if there's more than 2. Like maybe I would consider listing all 4 of these together in one listing, just to be able to get a nice lump sum. The only downside to that is that you're usually gonna get more per card selling them individually, but you know, there is convenience associated with getting off a lot of 4 at once. So it's just something to consider. Here we have the Mega Rayquaza. I think that's about a $10 card. And now we're going to skip forward a few pages and show off these Hidden Fates full art shiny cards, which are cool. You know, I was just a little disappointed that the artwork was the same as the full art artwork that was released in previous sets. Like, this is the same full art artwork that was in Shining Legends, and they used that artwork to put in this set with just a shiny variation. The Shining Mewtwo is one of the more expensive full art shinies, and that still is a little more expensive. I think it'd be around $25 to $30, which is a lot higher than a lot of them right now, just because, like I said, the market's so saturated in them. Beside the the shiny Charizard, of course. Shiny Darkrai is pretty cool. The Darkrai is one of my personal favorite Dark type Pokemon, and is going to be one of the ones that does cost a little more. But cards like this Lucario, I think it'd probably be $10. The Ho-Oh, you know, and this is the same artwork as that promo Ho that was released. Here's the same artwork as that, the SM promo Decidueye. And here we got a couple of cool cards. These are the like pre-release cards. Heart Gold Soul Silver Triumphant set. So it's kind of a unique card. You don't see a lot of these. It's in great condition, mint condition. It's not a card I would grade personally. I'll have to check it out. I don't know, you know, there could be collectors out there that want a complete graded pre-release stamped set, and I think that would be a cool set. I would just have to check the market out to see if there is some kind of desire for that. But of course, there's always, you know, being entrepreneurial and creating that need. That's one of the aspects of business, is to kind of be the first to market and see if there is someone that would be interested in that by offering it to them. You know, you never know till you try. So same thing with this one. This is the Black and White Plasma Freeze pre-release promo of Metagross. Also in mint condition. Something I'll consider. And finally, we'll just go to the last page. For this part, there will be a part 3 of this binder, and it'll be another type of card set. But here on this last page, we have the complete 9-card Arceus set of all the different Arceus types. And I think it looks really cool together. I never known until seeing it in a 9-card sleeve that the these like waves match each other, and the middle emanate out, and then the bottom goes to the right. So Arceus is the god of the Pokemon, or the creator of Pokemon. That's kind of its theme, and it represents all the different types of Pokemon. It embodies all of that, which is types. There's definitely a metaphysical element to that as well. If you watched my video yesterday on metaphysics and Pokemon, this one is the alpha Pokemon, and what alpha means is the beginning. It's the first letter of the Greek alphabet, alpha. So it represents the beginning, and that's what Arceus is the beginning, the creation. And the last word would of course be Omega. So this is all, they all have that same, the alpha Pokemon. It also stands for to be kind of like dominant, you know, like the term alpha male. So there's another way to interpret that. So for all you people that want to be true Pokemon masters or masters of the spheres of influence in life, this is just another concept to consider, and that's to understand the beginning of things, the first causes. So it's something to kind of comprehend psychologically of the idea of firstness and first cause, and that things proceed from a first cause. So there's all the different types. So this is another example of cards that I will sell in a complete set. I will sell all 9 together, and I think it's probably worth about $50 in a complete set. It might be worth more. I'll check that out, but I think from what I remember, it's about $50. So there it is, binder number 10, part 2, and I will see you on the next broadcast. Thanks.